And the Nittany Lions will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room. It's Coleman. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
They're going to ride this running back. Creates a little room. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Here comes the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Williams will pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Smacks him with the stiff arm. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a gap. It's Singleton. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Bringing the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
There's something you don't see very often. A sack on a screen pass. You know, quarterbacks are taught to hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball, and then get rid of it right before the rush gets to you. But that time, I think he just held on to it a little too long.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. To the air. It's Allard. Snagged in the middle. It's Pena. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Nittany Lions need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice job on this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, what a play! It's intercepted. Touchdown, Penn State! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And we're going to talk about the guy who caught that and returned it for the touchdown. But how about the pressure on the quarterback? You've got to get ways to be physical with him and make him uncomfortable. Nice job hitting him as he's throwing with the football. And then, obviously, the interception and 6 points.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Washington. Really disciplined job by the coverage. Get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. On the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams looking for a man. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
He gets a block. Powers through. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Nittany Lions looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Back to pass, it's Aller. Fires into the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Gonna run it. It's Singleton. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. It's a reverse. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Trying to get the edge on the toss. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Williams will pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here's the pressure. Finds a tight end down the gut. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Power football with the run. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
Nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Aller. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Well, that's pretty convenient for this defense with a run blitz turning into a sack blitz.
Just how you drew it up. What are you talking about? It's a blitz, right? I just got to make the play and make it happen. I tell you what, could have been a big play in the back end, but got to protect the quarterback, got to keep him upright. I like the aggressiveness, but now, 4th down, let's see how aggressive it will be.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Green. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air on 1st down. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Washington.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but If you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Aller. He's got the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's now 2nd down.
And the Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Aller. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's got him still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. Keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. runs through a tackle. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Now on the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
The option look. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Huskies will line up to kick off and start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Allard. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is humming.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Singleton. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. leave it with him. It's a seam wide open. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. They'll give it to him again. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Oh, he's got some space. Lots of running room. Continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Washington. He would not be denied.
This quarterback is so unique, and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And it's blocked. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wallace. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Here's the handoff. Slams into the pile. He'll get one to the 17.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw. It's Aller. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He'll field the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. They'll try the run. Hard running there. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Huskies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. The give to the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Using his feet. Touchdown, Huskies! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Aller. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, a lot of space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield.
Get set, get set.
A running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. The snap sets up the throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Kick is in the air. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the quarterback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from us.
And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Williams looking for a man. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Washington sends out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. Running through contact. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end.
Hey, you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
It'll be third and long. Dropping back, it's Aller. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. You kicked a field goal, you're now within one possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
With the catch, it's Coleman. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Rides the back and leaves it. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but third and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. Now the toss. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They want that clock to run. Picks up the first down, still moving. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Motion from the wideout. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks one deep. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. The give. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Nick.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll go to the toss. He's loose. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He makes a grab. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
They give him the rock again on second and goal. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Coleman. Now the pitch. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to throw, it's Aller. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all time.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go with, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win. This is one these fans will be talking about for years and years to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.